Former BBC Breakfast star Bill Turnbull has revealed he is battling prostate and bone cancer, which is incurable. And the radio DJ told how he was left in a tearful daze when his doctor broke the shocking news he had the disease. The 62-year-old revealed his cancer torment in a bid to encourage other men to get their prostates checked after admitting he had not visited his GP for 4 years before having the test that confirmed his diagnosis. He is having chemotherapy in a bid to control the disease and buy him as much time as possible to spend with his wife Sarah and their 3 children. Speaking of the moment his doctor dropped the bombshell diagnosis, Bill said he broke down in tears. He added, "Those first few days were probably the worst days of my life. That first moment is a real shell shock. You can't remember the precise words, you just remember the hammer blow. The worst thing is, you carry it through the day and then you go to bed at night and wake up in the morning and it comes to you again. I have got cancer. I've still got cancer. It wasn't a bad dream. And that takes a lot of dealing with. The contract I thought I had with life has been shortened quite a bit." Classic FM host Bill was diagnosed with prostate cancer in November. Since then he has had keyhole kidney operations, hormone injections and chemo sessions. Turnbull is having chemotherapy in a bid to control the disease and buy him as much time as possible to spend with his family. Image, Rex, Shutterstock. Turnbull on a night out with wife Sarah. Image, Alpha Press. But the disease had already spread to his leg bones, hips, pelvis and ribs. His diagnosis came after long-term aches and pains which he had put down to old age were no longer being alleviated with pills. Urging others to get tested, he said, "Maybe if I'd got it earlier and stopped it at the prostate, I'd be in a better state." Recording Stand Up to Cancer special of Channel 4 Cake Show. Image, Mark Bordelon, Love Productions, Channel 4. Turnbull with Karen Hardy on Strictly Come Dancing. Image, BBC. Bill said he was told patients with bone cancer have an average life expectancy of about 10 years, up to 14 with chemotherapy. And he revealed his consultant's ambition is to keep him alive for another 18 years. Speaking of that time span, emotional Bill told Radio Times, "I wouldn't have any complaints. I don't want my life to be defined by the illness. I would love to see at least one grandchild. And there's still time for that to happen." Sean Williams conducted his interview. Image, PA. "My life, as I knew it, is in the past tense. You have BC, before cancer, when you had a normal life, and then there's after cancer. I know I'm not going to get cured and I'm realistic about long-term prospects, but they're not bad. More importantly, I really do think I've had a wonderful life." In September 2015, Bill, who fronted BBC Breakfast for 15 years and co-hosted with Susanna Reid, told The Mirror he was quitting the show to spend more time with his family and his bees. He left in 2016. Bill has been married to Sarah since 1988 and has sons Henry, 29, Will, 28 and 26-year-old daughter Flora. Bill said, "It saddens me that I'm not going to be around as much as I thought with my wife and family. I realize if things progress as they do on average, I can't plan beyond 12 years. He was diagnosed while recording the Great Celebrity Bake Off for Stand Up to Cancer on Channel 4. Bill, who danced on Strictly with partner Karen Hardy, added, "When I was making my cupcakes, I had the disease and didn't know it." His spokesman said, "Bill has been receiving excellent treatment at the Royal Marsden Hospital and is immensely grateful for the support from colleagues at Classic FM. He hopes to be around for some time." The Great Celebrity Bake Off for Stand Up to Cancer airs tonight at 8 p.m. The full interview with Bill, conducted by his former Breakfast BBC co-star Sean Williams, is in this week's Radio Times Out Now. We were telly-rivals but he is always the perfect gentleman by Fiona Phillips for years. Bill and I were breakfast TV rivals, him on BBC and me on ITV. But I had only ever heard good things about him. So, when I was asked to co-host a forthcoming BBC One daytime show, I was delighted to learn Bill and I were to team up. He is a gentleman. In the face of it all, he was a delight to work with. He laughed and joked, unable to speak at times for giggling. He told me today he is fine at the moment, more or less, and the chemo hasn't been so bad.